Okay, now let us talk about this movie coming from 2019. The movie is The Dead Don't Die. It is directed by Jim Jarmusch. It stars Adam Driver, Bill Murray, and Tilda Swinton. Now, please use critical thinking. Let us connect the dots and ask questions. What are they trying to tell us? These Hollywood movies are not here for pure entertainment. They are giving you a glimpse as to what is to come. Now, this movie is all about the zombie apocalypse, right? And if you remember a couple months ago, the CDC have on their website warning people to be prepared for a zombie apocalypse, right? Let us connect some dots and ask some important questions because this movie is mighty interesting. Now, at the start of the movie, we see the local cook that is living in the forest, right? The crazy person, the so called crazy person that have been living away from the cities or towns for decades because he realized something is about to happen, right? And when disaster strike, all he did was just sit in his location and watch things as they go down, right? So you need to start asking some critical questions about the people around you who are not buying into what is happening in today's world, right? Let us continue. No, the movie is telling us that there will be a zombie apocalypse. Why? Because the herd has shifted off its axis. Now, let us pay attention to this dialogue that these children is having in a secure facility. Now, the telly is explaining this. So you can see from this diagram that if the earth is pulled even slightly off its axis, the repercussion could be extreme. One child says, "Holy shit, man, this is crazy." Another said, "A change in the Earth's rotation or its spin rate, that would be catastrophic for sure. All the cycles of the biospheres would be affected. The natural cycles of the sunlight will be disrupted." Right? Let's pay attention to that part, right? Because that is the 3 days of darkness if we are to believe this movie. Let us continue. Plants wouldn't grow, so that is how we're going to have massive famine because when the earth is shifted off its axis, then it will disrupt everything. Wind patterns would change and tectonic activity, forget about it. The polar caps shifting would mean, I don't want to say. And another one says total planetary destruction for real, right? Now, let us ask this question: how likely is this to happen? Now, let us get this article from The Guardian, and this one is dated the 23rd of April, 2021, and it states, "Climate crisis has shifted the Earth axis, study show. Massive melting of the glaciers has tilted the planet's rotation, showing the impact of human activities because, after all, when all of this starts to go down, they've got to come up with a reason, an explanation to tell the sheepers, to tell the people that will believe their lies that this is all due to their major trump card, climate change, right? When all this is happening, it is just the great tribulation. It is just the birth pain that hurt will be going through, right? That's why we're trying to tell you to be prepared for years. What is coming is not ordinary, it is coming in stages, right? And part of this, you won't be able to grow crops, right? So that is why you've got to have tin foods because crops, you will not be able to grow them, right? Now, let us continue with the article. The massive melting of the glaciers as a result of global heating has caused a marked shift in the Earth's axis of rotation since 1990. Research has shown it demonstrates that profound impact humans are having on the planet, scientists said. So it is all humans' fault while the earth is shifting. right? So we definitely have some proof that this thing is very possible. Now let us get into another dialogue that these children, notice children are the one that is very observant and that is pointing out what is about to go down. Now let us pick it up from here. Well, everything looks normal out there. They are looking through the window. Another one says, yeah, but what happens sound like the start of a gruesome horror film. And that's exactly what's going to happen. When things start to happen, it's going to look like a horror film, right? The next one answers, sure does. You guys hear about those grisly murders at the diner? Yeah, just talking about them. Creepy. I've been listening to the radio and I'm sure it's the undead. Yo, reanimated by the herds being thrown off its axis from the polar fracking. What are you saying? I'm saying full on zombie apocalypse, baby. So, because of the earth being thrown off its axis, it reanimates the dead bodies, right? So, we have flesh eating zombies in the movie walking around. Pay attention, right? Because we have the CDC and their website is telling us to be prepared for a zombie apocalypse. These people that are in power, they know exactly what is going to happen, right? They know exactly what is going to happen and they are setting humanity up. And that is why they want the guns from the Americans, right? They want their guns. They are setting them up, right? So another scene in the movie is a character played by Tilda Swinton, and we notice that a spacecraft come and pick her up. Now what is that telling me? It's letting us know that there are people that live among us that are not human, and those people are good and bad. So both sides got their own people living among us. And when things starts to get real bad, they are going to leave you in the mess. So all those that are following and taking instructions from these fallen angels, from these entities, when things start to go bad, they are going to put on their wings and they're going to fly out of here, leaving you in the mess, leaving you in distress. Because if they weren't faithful to their creator, if they weren't loyal to him, they will not be loyal to you. They are not loyal to their own species, their own kind. What makes you think they will be loyal to humanity? Right? This movie is very interesting, right? And you see from the article from The Guardian that this thing is very possible, right? We have the CDC evidence from them, and we have evidence from The Guardian as well to prove that this thing is possible, right? So please go watch this movie and understand what is going on. Understand you have been lied to. These people are setting you up, right? And you need to be prepared because what is coming will happen for years, right? No food will be able to grow. We'll be going into darkness, right? When the planet is shifted off its axis, right, and the poles are shifted, food won't be growing. There won't be any water. So you have to have your supplies ready, right? So let us pray. Let us pray for our salvation, right? And that is why the days will be cut short, because no flesh will be left. Let's say glory be to the Most High.